Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to be able to get a Micmac in time for Halloween.
No,
you need that primitive survivalist guy on YouTube to make you one. Man, that guy's impressive. I watched his sling video the other day, and I expected him, and it's like cut after cut after cut of him like launching it, so you don't have to wait around for him to do stuff. And I was like, okay, there'll be 10 attempts, 20 attempts, 30 attempts. No, there's like 80 attempts until you see him getting good, and then you see him getting better, and then you see him getting kind of good, and then at the end you're like, he did this until he was good enough to actually kill something with it. Because at the end, he'll be using his homemade bow to shoot a target that's like chest size from 25 yards or something, and the arrows are sticking in, or the rocks from the sling are hitting whatever his target was, and it's
pottery
just
or
bursting.
something.
Yeah, I think he at one point he stood up like a half dead log. And he was like pegging that every time. But that's really, you're totally right, because you can notice in the videos, like it starts out, high noon, the sun is up there, and then by the time he's throwing the last sling, you can tell like hours have gone by of him just out in the woods trying this shit. He and Brave Wilderness, those are my two favorite YouTube channels right now.
I would like to talk to that guy. We should try to get on that. The primitive technology guy, the one who doesn't speak, he's wearing just like shorts and that's it. And he's out there. I believe if he's filming his own stuff, I have an enormous amount of respect for him. If he doesn't have like his girlfriend, his wife, his fellow survivalist friend out there setting up cameras for him, then he is on another level, because not only is he doing an incredible job at what he's creating with like making the kiln, making the shelters, making the tools himself. Like he chops down the tree he chopped down to make that bow by hand was chopped down with an axe that he also made by hand. He doesn't start with a saw. He starts with his fucking fingernails, and he breaks something down.
He's playing real-life Minecraft. Like, step one, punch a tree until it falls down.
It's shit like that. You'll see him chopping the trees down with his primitive stone axe and stuff like that. And so, then his filming is excellent. It's very, very good. It's better than what we saw from Les Stroud.
Yeah,
it's better than that.
It's better than a lot of all those survival TV shows. Like, I would argue that it might be better than Bear Grylls.
Yeah, it's because you get
enormously more substantive. Now, hang on. It's enormously more substantive than Bear Grylls, but it can't compete with his entertainment value across a broad audience. It just can't, because he's all like flash and he's flash.
That's subjective. I don't know. I am engaged and riveted by primitive technology, whereas Bear Grylls, I'm just critical and angry.
It absolutely is subjective, but what I'm saying is that a larger audience, like, I agree with you. I think this guy on YouTube is what's educational and substantive. Like, when you watch that shit, you get a sense of what it really takes to do the things. You see his hands in the mud making like scoring clay to make it, to punch the holes for his kiln. And when that kiln was done, I expected it to be kind of half-assed. The flames were coming through those holes.
Roaring.
It was roaring like a furnace, and which is what a kiln is.
I wonder if he has many efforts that end up on the cutting room floor, because that would impress me too. If if he made a kiln and was like, all right, this is my first effort, but I don't put shit on my YouTube channel, I put gold on it, so I'm gonna do this all again tomorrow, but learn from this one that no one will ever see.
I read his WordPress, because he has like a WordPress website up that kind of gives like a brief synopsis of what he's doing. Like, really his only point seems to be like, hey, I'm just sharing my hobby with you guys, and this is a really fun hobby. You should look into survivalism yourself. And
I think he's monetized.
He better fucking be, because he's got like 200 million views on his channel.
I saw a comment the other day. They're like, dude, you got to monetize this. You've already lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. That was the comment. And I just thought to myself, like, maybe he's got a store or something like that. Like, I don't know anything about the guy, but
what would he sell?
Outdoor supplies, survivalist things, right? Like, that's
things
what
he doesn't use.
Yeah,
like, here's a knife. If you use it, you're a sissy.
Great. Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, I didn't even catch on your little joke at first. It's like, what the fuck would he sell? He said, I guess his videos. That's what he needs.
He could sell those shorts, because that's about. He's like shirtless in the woods, right? Here's a belt and some shorts.
What he does well in like the filming of it, to go back to that for a sec, is like he'll show like, I'm gonna make an addle, or however you say that like that's a spear thrower.
From
ancient civilizations, where like you have the like stick that comes back almost like a thrower, almost like a lacrosse stick or something.
The L
and then
is silent.
in the
It's like an
nook of it, you throw a spear. And he didn't just show like this is me shaving this. It shows him like good shots of where he clearly had to go put the camera, aim it at a tree when he's like, that's the tree I'm going to use. And then he makes like 50 edits of him showing like first slice, little bit comes off. Then it's close up. Second slice shows him like cutting exactly where he's cutting. Like it's actually descriptive and showing you what you would need to do. Like it doesn't help as far as like what the fuck kind of tree is that? I don't know. I'm not a survivalman.
He's in Australia. He's in Australia.
Well, then it's not helpful as much as I thought.
No, I read somewhere where they were like, just keep in mind that anything and everything he does is Australia specific sometimes. I guess I didn't say that right. That some things that he does are Australia specific as far as what he's doing.
That
but
thing, like he's got a stick that helps throw spears, which are of course just more sticks. And you'd think that would be an easy project, but there was a lot that went into stick throwing sticks. Like, I'm very impressed by that guy. He makes amazing videos.
that was one of the most early weapons that humans came up with. I think the first one was a sling. I know in Civ 6 that's the first one you get. You just start out and you can use this. You can make a slinger, but I think that at thing was one of the really early weapons that man had. You can really chunk it hard. I've used one before. You fucking fling those things.
Really?
I think the atlatl was like the big thing in a lot of areas of the world until some guy came around and was like, dude, this bow and arrow is pretty dope. And they're like, yeah, you're right.
My friend had a modern one. He had a modern one that was all like I don't know, fiberglass and plastic and shit. And we were just slinging these darts so hard that I was thinking,
really
would practice
like
instead.
Taylor's like 10,000 BC lingo. Like, dude, this new bow is dope. You should check me out.
How are you guys in this tribe? How are you guys throwing your sticks? Well, we have these atlatl. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. Didn't mean to laugh at you guys. But the tribe across the ridge, the Borgs? Yeah, the Borgs. I know your rivals. They have this thing, a bow and arrow, and door to door, cave to cave bow and arrow salesman. That was probably the first entrepreneur. He figured it out, went around, spread the wealth.
First entrepreneur was like
a prostitute.
Yes, you like sex? She can do sex.
It took chimps like half a day to start prostituting themselves once the concept of currency was introduced to them. Yep. Like once you showed chimps, hey, this little token right here, you can put this in this machine and grapes or strawberries or fruit will fall out. Here's a bunch of money for all you apes. Let's see what happens. Immediately, almost, female monkeys started prostituting themselves for grape coins and like strawberry waivers and whatnot. And it's like, wow, that really is the world's oldest profession. Like that's exactly they
started complaining that the females weren't getting as many grape tokens as the men for an equal amount of sex, and there was a whole meltdown.
The first wage wedge.
Yeah.
The first wave feminism.
No, that's a really interesting study. I know that Taylor is a big fan of monkeys. I want to get a monkey involved with the show because his passion for monkeys fires me up. I want to see his eyes light up when he like gets a monkey, and if we get a monkey involved with something here. Can we get a monkey?
Ship Woody a monkey to have him send to me.
Yes.
He'll be here forever. You see, there'll be a footage of me opening a window and throwing the chip out.
I'll just get a smelly box that's not moving. It definitely used to be a monkey. Couldn't quite outsmart your way out of this box, could you? Bobo.
Bobo.
Yeah, I do like monkeys a lot. If one of you guys had a monkey, I would be more jealous about it because I'd be like, well, this sucks. They have a monkey. I don't even get to play with it. I'd want a capuchin monkey. I don't want a chimp. Too much energy, too high energy there. I don't want to have a finger ripped off. I want a little capuchin. Who knows where the cards lie? He knows that I'm the big ape in the room and that he just wants to, be my friend and maybe try and pilfer something while I'm not looking. That's fine. I expect a little bit of thievery when you're dealing with monkeys. Everyone should. They don't understand morality. They have thumbs and don't have morals. That's a dangerous combo. But
that's very true. I never thought.
Yeah, all animals would be getting up to way more shit if they had thumbs.
That's why the raccoon is so tricksy.
Yes, the raccoon is what do the people call it? Like trash pandas?
Yeah, trash pandas. Yeah,
where those are really cool animals, but
so fascinated by them. I want one as a pet. Like I feel like it's on the same level as like monkey as a pet. A shoulder monkey. What do you call them again?
A capuchin monkey, an organ grinder monkey. The ones where like there would be that guy from Austria.
Taylor, why do you know
grinding
so much about monkeys?
Oh, wait. Is that the little monkey who sits by the music box? Goes,
Yes,
and
and organ grinder. He's grinding the organ. Yes.
Right? But like, you knew a lot about dinosaurs because you had a passion for them as a kid. Why do you know a lot about monkeys?
Because I had a passion for monkeys as a kid. I thought that the St. Louis Zoo it's gigantic. It is huge. And we went there all the time when I was little. And they have this big thing called the Monkey House, where it's just you walk in and it's this gigantic building. And you walk in and all of a sudden it smells horrible. You get used to it. But you hear like there's nothing but like hooting and shit. And you walk around and it's just hundreds of different kinds of monkeys. And as a kid, I thought that was so cool, walking around and just being like, man, these are like all the smart animals. And it's not like on TV where, you can't really understand how smart they are. You can stand here and watch these chimpanzees and you can tell they're communicating. Like when you watch a bunch of alligators futz around in their exhibit, at no point am I like, man, I wonder what that one's saying to that one. Like, no, because that's not happening, because they're dumb dinosaurs. When you look at monkeys, you're like, there's an inner working going on here. There's a whole hierarchy. There's like not a culture that's a little bit too loose, but there's a set of norms that these monkeys abide by. And it's neat to watch animals that are still way, way dumber than us, but seeing that low threshold of intelligence that it does take to formulate a somewhat working society, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, monkeys are fascinating. I haven't looked into dinosaurs in a long time. I doubt much has changed.
They have.
But yeah, monkeys are super interesting, especially gorillas and chimpanzees and capuchins and lemurs. New World and Old World monkeys. I don't discriminate.
Have you heard that dinosaurs had feathers?
I choose not to believe that.
It seems to be the prevailing opinion based on my exposure to dinosaurs.
Well, some definitely did. I thought they'd known that for a long time.
Yeah, they did.
I feel like during my adult lifetime, dinosaurs went from just lizards and stuff to pre-bird. And now they're like, right, yeah, if you watch birds, you can predict a lot of dinosaur behavior. Dinosaurs don't roar. That's a thing I learned recently, that they had much more bird-like sounds and clucks and shit, and they grunted maybe. And but no Jurassic Park roars.
If you look up I think it's called a hornbill stork.
Okay.
Maybe. Like if you look at some storks, they look like dinosaurs. Like they move the way that you see dinosaurs move in Jurassic Park. Obviously, that's not scientific, but it's that's kind of what they had to be basing it off of. They didn't watch an actual dinosaur, but it's
they
neat.
Did. They brought them back from.
They did. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That Asian guy.
Yes, and then Newman helped him escape.
Yes. Nobody cares.
Vile weed.
Yeah, vile weed.
Yeah, I don't know. Dinosaurs got less cool. They went from monsters to birds.
Yeah,
I think they're still monsters. I mean,